Welcome back to KeSPA Cup. Loving the new music here.
It's a lot of fun. I wonder if it's the same production as from Star League.
I suppose it is, because I really have to say the music has improved quite a lot.
It's gone through the roof, man. I'm loving it. Loving working here now, Valdez. Music is making everything for me.
Oh, yeah. And thanks once again to the sponsor of this KeSPA Cup. It is Latte Home Shopping. You got a nice cool banner down there. If you are in Korea, definitely use Latte.
Yeah.
It's a great little company over there.
Here we go. Viewpoints of round number 2. Classic versus Rogue. Classic with a 9-4 winning record against Rogue. Rogue playing in 3rd consecutive KeSPA Cup. And KeSPA Cup Season 2 fewest race versus most race.
Not sure about that last one.
I think it's like not many Protoss versus a lot of Zerg.
I suppose. Yeah, I guess that's what it is. Interesting one there.
It's an interesting one.
Yeah, 9-4 win to loss record here for Classic over Rogue. Doesn't really surprise me. Classic is becoming this really deadly PvZ player. It's really awesome to watch him if you're a Protoss player, not so much if you're a Zerg player.
Yeah, it's horrible to watch if you're a Zerg player. Yeah, he's really in form right now. He's looking so good. And I dare say this matchup might be his best.
Yeah, I think it is. And I'm curious as well to see the map pool and how it's going to play out in terms of what they pick, what they ban, and how it's going to work for this matchup. Because right now, PvZ is very, volatile, I would say. A lot of things are changing. Zergs are trying to change up the way they play.
Yeah.
Solar almost taking a series over SOS, doing just that. And
it was a weird series, that one. But, yeah, usually the trend these days is Zerg has to kill the Protoss, before the late game. Yeah. The late game, it just gets disgusting. And here we go with the maps, bans, and selects. See if it works out this time.
Let's see what Classic bans. Will he go for the Iron Fortress ban, or will he ban on one of these newer maps? Code of the ban here, and Dash and Terminal here. The ban for Classic.
Well, we get Iron Fortress is game 1, actually, so Rogue picking that one.
Yeah, not a big surprise, I'd say.
Yeah, great map for Zerg to start things off. Very hard to get 3rd base for the Protoss player. Terraform going to be the next one.
Ooh, so we'll definitely see that map this time.
Yeah, I'm interested to see how this one plays out.
And Rogue goes ahead and picks Bridgehead.
Okay.
The next map there. And we got Cactus Valley, and then Moonlight Madness is our final map.
Okay. Well, we're going to start this off with a nice aggressive game on Iron Fortress. I'm sure Rogue's going to be looking to be pretty aggressive on this one. Terraform there. That's going to be a very interesting map to see how that plays out. I'm excited, Valdez.
Yeah, I want to see this new map. I want to see a PvZ on one of the new maps specifically. And we're going to get that right here between 2 of the best players of their own respective race. Classic just recently winning the SSL Season 2. Looking quite dominant in that. He was able to take out Dream there in the finals for anyone who is living under a Starcraft rock.
That's correct. Yeah. Pretty one-sided finals. Whenever Dream is in the finals, it gets pretty one-sided, it seems.
Yeah, Dream kind of collapses when he gets to the finals. Not really sure why.
I don't know. It's a bit of a shame. Maybe we'll see him try one last time in Season 3.
One last time, and then he'll give it all up.
Yeah.
And we're going to go into a bit of an interview VCR. Let's check that out.
안녕하세요. SK텔레콤 티원 김도희입니다. 우승자로 시드를 받게 돼서 스파컵을 하게 됐는데 스타리그에서 우승한 만큼 캐스파컵도 잘할 수 있도록 하겠습니다. 아무래도 성주가 스타리그도 우승자이기도 하고 프로리그에서 올킬을 했더라고요. 그래서 좀 견제되는 상대고 성주가 좀 까다로울 것 같아요. 이제 우승하고 나서 다시 하는 개인 리그 대회인데 빨리 떨어지는 모습 보여주지 않고 또 높이 올라가서 우승할 수 있도록 하겠습니다. 안녕하세요. 진해안 프린스 저급 이병렬입니다. 우선 예선은 자신 있어서 진출할 줄 알고 있었어요. 근데 생각보다 좀 태양이가 좀 힘들어서 걱정했는데 너무 기분이 좋아요. 제가 KeSPA컵을 다 진출해서 했는데 다 16강에서 떨어져가지고 너무 아쉬워가지고 이번에는 KeSPA컵은 꼭 8강 진출하고 싶어요. 재밌는 경기 보여드리겠습니다. 그냥 다른데 준비하셔야 될 것 같아요. 무난하게 준비하고 오시면 힘드실 테니 꼭 준비 많이 하고 오셔야 될 것 같습니다.
Well, I hope you all understood that one. Yeah, that lovely Korean interview.
Just for the gist of it, I suppose, Classic saying, just like I did in Star League, I want to do really well over here at the same time, and also saying he would like to face Maru. Maru also winning a Star League himself, so not a bad idea there. Rogue saying, you know, he got out of KeSPA Cup in the round of 16 last time. He wants to at least make the round of 8 this time around. Also talking about, I think his games against TY is saying harder than he supposed.
Yeah,
not really sure exactly which games he's talking about there, but regardless of that, I think it's going to be a very hard road here for Rogue to make it into the round of 8, to be honest. I'm definitely favoring Classic in this best of 5.
Yeah, going through a Star League champion is never easy, especially one who's just coming off that win and is looking absolutely fantastic, especially in this matchup. Yeah. He has such a different way of playing it than a lot of these other Protoss players. He likes to take to the late game. He is in no rush to end them. He knows in the late game he's going to have that better army.
A very, very passive style where he just sits back and lets the Zerg kind of, I don't know, squirm is the way I would put it. Just lets them sit there and say, I don't know what to do. I don't know how to kill this guy. What am I going to do? And they just die.
That's exactly what happens, Valdez. So time and time again, we'll see if Rogue has a plan though. He has a great chance in this map to try and end it before that late game. The third base in this map is so far away.
Well, let's go into game number 1, guys. Here, Classic versus Rogue on Iron Fortress.
SK텔레콤 T1 클래식 김도우 vs G-Neo Greenwings 로그 이병렬.
Up here in the top left in the yellow, everybody's favorite race. It is Classic, the Protoss race.
Well said. Up here in the top right, we have Rogue. Looking to go deep in this tournament, but he's got one of the hardest opponents to start things off here.
Yeah, looking a bit nervous before he gets into this series. I'm sure Classic is nervous himself. I mean, he's been on the big stage, though, multiple times, whereas Rogue has been known to kind of fall under the pressure when it comes to big series, you know, best of 5s, best of 3s even at times.
Yeah, that's right. It's he certainly doesn't shine in individual leagues at all compared to what he does in Pro League. He has such a great sort of, I guess, great sort of head for these preparation games where he does have one game to really show it all, and he has great strategies that come out of nowhere. But yeah, when we see him go into these multiple games, he does seem to get tilted very easily and fall apart, even after game 1, if it's that bad.
Yeah. Let's see what Classic is going to do here. Already a pylon on the low ground and a very early scout. Maybe going for this Forge first.
I think it might even be a Gateway, to be honest. Gateway Nexus. We've seen it a lot more recently. But considering how early that Probe Scout was, a Forge does make a lot of sense as well. He wants to be aggressive in this kind of map because it is much harder for the Protoss in the mid-game to hold down a third base, to kind of quell the Zerg aggression, so maybe he can try and get ahead this way.
Also, just like you were saying, Rogue is very easily tilted. If he can get into his head, go for a big cannon rush first and get some damage down, could definitely get ahead in a big way in terms of mindsets. But Rogue does have that scouting drone.
He's expecting it, and here we go. 2 probes on the map. Nice pylon placement to start things off. And is he going to pull more drones, or is he just going to let it go? Here we go, 5 drones.
Okay. I thought he was just going to let it go. I was getting really scared for him here.
Pretty delayed, right?
Yeah. But he will be able to at least get us around on this one pylon.
No, I don't think we're actually going to see a commitment to this. I think... Oh.
I don't know what's going on in these pictures.
Oh, man.
But they do get a prize.
I'd give him a prize.
I am the Viper. He brought his friend.
Oh, the Viper event is back?
Yeah.
Okay.
Forgot to mention that to you guys,
Right.
but that's why these people are receiving envelopes.
Okay.
If you bring a friend, you can get a little prize.
Yeah. I like that. And Pylon goes down. Stopped 5 drones from mining for some time, though, so it's always a little plus.
But at the same time, he did bring out 2 of his own probes for a very long time.
Yeah.
So, not sure if that's worth it. After all, they're probably going to end up on the same in a little range of builds here, although the gateway of Classic is very late.
Still no cannon either. Throwing it down now. But, yeah. Essentially just going to be a normal game from here. Neither player finding an advantage.
Do you remember the game, I think it was Deadwing, between these two, where Classic tried to go for a cannon rush, and it kind of succeeded, but Rogue had 2 drones on the map, and he got 2 hatcheries in the main. One of them got found, and the other one didn't, and killed Classic.
Oh, I remember that. That was a great game.
That was insane, man.
That was beautiful.
If you never saw that, definitely check it out. Really awesome game.
Let's scout exactly what the build order was from Classic. And yeah, he knows he can take an easy third base. He has no reason to feel pressured at all. It's going to be that standard 3 hatch versus a forge fast expand. I dare say it's probably the most comfortable opening a Zerg can scout and be like, okay, as long as you don't get cannon rush, you're in a very comfortable place because you know all the timings. This build order's been around for years now. It's really been thought out, figured out.
Kind of curious, how is Classic going to follow this up, though? Because like you were saying, that third base kind of hard to get here on this map for Protoss. Will he just go 2 base? It's not really Classic's style in this matchup, but
it isn't.
He's done it before. I mean, he can do it.
Yeah, I could see maybe his Stargate come out. If he wants to go for a third, the Stargate would make sense. Oh, Fan doesn't want to show her face. But we'll see. He does have a decent amount of gas already. Overall, going to go for that early scout. +1 and a sentry so far.
But nothing else just yet. He's adding 2 more gases. That's going to be it. This Overlord isn't going to see much at all. I mean, literally nothing here to see. Both gases in the main are taken.
Look at this. You got to get the tech in the top right here of this base. It's going to be actually a couple more gateways. Let's see how many he throws down. I wouldn't be surprised if we see a lot of them.
Well, already 3 extra coming down here.
Well, if it's not more than 3, this could still be just be a simple gateway expand with a lot of sentries. You know, avoiding going any sort of tech, just simply getting enough sentries so that you know the third base will be a little bit safer against early aggression. And he does have that +1 as well, so a swell of lings aren't going to do too much.
Yeah, I suppose, but adding this many gates, you know, usually for that kind of expand, it would only be like 3, right?
Well, here we go. 6 now. He added 2 more. 3 more, sorry, and that's going to be the kicker. That's pure aggression. He's going to be looking for the kill early on.
Yep, 7 gate +1, all in here from Classic.
And there is no way Rogue sees this coming. He's scouting the natural now. He sees 2 gases. How will he ever know?
Yeah.
Empty Nexus, I believe, behind this as well. We just see him put down that third.
Oh, he didn't kill the Overlord.
Oh. Well, it's on 4 HP. There we go. Pops. A lot of links coming across the map as well.
And 5 extra drones being made here. Rogue is going to go up to nearly 60 drones behind this.
Already making a Hydralisk down as well. So he's got the tech out. He's really on thin ice, though. If we do see that aggression come out, which we certainly will.
Oh, boy.
It's going to have
Rogue has
something.
no idea.
No. 9 more drones. Rogue speed on the way. And look at that warp on. Warping at the third base.
He's going for Infestation Pit. He's making 1 extra drone.
Hydras have begun making, but that's a little too late. Look how many sentries that is. 11 sentries +1.
Classic's just got him tricked here. I don't think you can go up to this many drones and hold off this kind of push.
Well, it's going to be certainly hard. It's going to be about where Classic comes in from.
You know, Classic could just go up there and force field off the ramp.
He could force field anything on the map with that many sentries. He could fight in the middle of the map and force field half of it off. It wouldn't matter.
Force field half of the map off.
Yep.
Fight on a half Cactus Valley. Yeah, he's just got a sick amount of sentries here in the back. So many drones going down. These Hydras can barely even fight. 7 gates to reinforce this army here.
Now, every drone essentially has gone down in that third base. The Hydras that are left over added in a pretty bad spot. And I don't see really any way Rogue can come back into this because there's simply too many Stalkers at this point, even for Hydras to fight. Oh, man.
The Hydras pop out and die instantly, too. They don't even have time to group up here. So many Overlords even going down here. He doesn't even have enough supply for it to matter at this point. Not even mining from that third base, whereas Classic has got a Nexus behind this and 7 gates. Yeah. That's going to be game 1 at Classic here.
Definitely. He should start dancing if he really wants to get inside Rogue's head.
Oh, I would.
Start doing exactly what he needs to get underneath his skin and really tilt him early. We have seen that strat used before, and we'll see. Maybe he'll keep it manner.
Yeah. I think Classic definitely respects Rogue. Rogue is a very fantastic player, but able to take an easy win here to start things off. They should be pretty happy about that. GG Classic up 1-0 in the series already.
Kind of an expected build order, to be honest. I think Rogue should have really played a little bit more defensively, maybe made some more roaches, scouted a little bit harder. He did try and scout, and he did scout the natural, and it did have 2 gases, so it looked like it should have been a macro build from Classic. Like, certainly not a gateway all-in like it was. Yeah. Really caught out there.
I guess the only thing you may have been looking for is like probe count, because if you are going to take that third base, you are going to have a bit extra probes. Rather, you are going to be consistently making them to transfer them. But Classic was sitting on 46 for a very long time, and yeah, I guess at that point it was just too close to really call.
It's a tough call to make.